Welcome back. Now, getting children to school safely is a concern for many parents, and at the same time, young people are searching for meaningful work opportunities. Today, we're joined by Lazarus, founder of Londa Rides, a student-centered shuttle service that's using technology and community trust to make school transport safer while creating jobs for students. Rachel, good evening and welcome.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. To start with, talk to us about what inspired you to begin Londa Rides.
So basically, Londa Rides was actually a school project. So I myself was a student. I'm graduating now. I'm still not over the fact that I'm graduating. So I used to attend NAST, right? And when I was first year, we had a school project where we should look at challenges that we face as students and then come up with a tech solution because I'm a computer science student, right? So because at the time I was staying in Okurangaba and I found it really, really difficult to keep going there. And sometimes I'll try to Yango to school, but then it's too expensive for me, obviously. Being a student, you cannot afford like $50 every day to go back to Okurangaba. So I decided, you know what, why don't we have a taxi app that is actually just fixed, right? That has a fixed price, but the drivers are still verified so that it kind of solves the problem of safety in terms of the person is verified, but still, it's still a taxi, right? Right, so we went on with the project. We were 4, and then I gave the idea to the people, and they're like, okay, cool. We might get really good marks for that. So we went on, and then we presented it in class. And the rest of the students in class actually thought it was a good idea, and they were like, no, you guys just go ahead and create it. So we then started to, you know, attend entrepreneurship events, pitch the event, won a couple of, you know, startup event competitions. The idea was good and it's feasible. Got a couple of investors, and we're like, you know what? Let's do this. So yeah, that's basically how it started. And that's what inspired it.
Fantastic. Well, explain to us how Londa Rides then works and how it differs from the traditional, you know, transport services.
Okay, so like I said, the difference is actually that it's actually a taxi, but the difference is it's the drivers are verified. But it's also student-centric to say, since we can't trust sometimes we cannot trust the taxi driver. Sometimes they rob us when we come from school with our laptops, you know. Let's also, let's put the first people that we put on the application or the first people that we should use are our fellow students with cars. So there are those that with cars and they're looking to do extra money. So let's call them and say, okay, we have clients, right? Yeah, for this amount of money, can you take us here? Yeah, that's how it differs. And how it differs from the ride-hailing applications that are currently on the systems like Yango and Lefa is that for students, it's different because they request rides and they're all the right. But for learners, because we also have learners on the platform, they have a fixed drivers and the parents know these drivers and they are verified and they have police clearance. Yeah.
How do you ensure then accountability and trust between parents and drivers via this platform?
So like I just said, it's the everyday I know you and I see you and I trust you with my child because I know who you are and I've seen you for the entire year, right? But other than that, we do a background check on this person. We ensure that they are always on time in terms of accountability. We ensure that they have a background check of criminal record. We do a psychometric test, obviously inspired by the medical department. Yeah, so there's all of that that brings together the accountability that, okay, the parents can trust us. And I think also because it's a registered company that actually does it, unlike the taxi drivers who are just freelancing it, I think there's that trust in the...
So if I'm a parent that's looking for a monthly service to take my child to school, Londa would be able to provide that. And I have a consistent and, you know, driver that's the same person all the time. Fantastic. Well, of course, people would want to know, where can we go see the app? Can we download it, etc.? So take us through all of that quickly.
So we piloted the application at NAS like last year, right? And then we did a test run on it. And then we were like, no, man, we can do better than this one because we're tech. So we put it back in development and it will probably be out by the end of this month. Yes, so just keep a lookout on the, you know, Google Play Store, Apple Store. We are finishing up and we are wrapping it up.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Students solving problems. Beautiful. Thank you so much for joining us this evening and all the best with the success of Londa Rides.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, that was Rachel, one of the founders of Londa Rides, a student-centered shuttle service, an app that they've created to bridge the gap between service providers and, of course, the clients that need this service. Taking children to school, that's for learners and, of course, students also who need to get to school daily, who can't afford the exorbitant prices. That is the expenses when it comes to commuting and, of course, transport fees that we see now. On that note, we wrap up today's edition of the Daily Roundup. We're back, of course, tomorrow, same time and place.